Ooh, hey, what's going on, everyone? Good morning, good day, good afternoon, good evening, good night, hello, and welcome wherever you are, whenever you are, to the Arcadia Network. My name is Crash Beats, as always. I'm your streamer for the night. How's everyone doing? Hello, hello, Asta. Hopefully, everyone's having a lovely day. It is a pleasure to be back. I feel so much better than previous streams. I've been taking today to recharge my energy, and I think you can hear, though I'm not completely where I was, I'm still quite good to be near on top of the world. I need to slow down my voice before I start talking like I'm at an auction. But yes, how's everyone doing? I'm having a lovely one. Today is a bit of a weird one because I'm approaching the end of Endwalker. I'm approaching it very differently from how I did for Shadowbringers. So Shadowbringers, when we did that, we went almost straight on into the extra content. We went into the Eden raids and all of that kind of stuff before we did any of the posts, okay? I'm going to be honest, that made Eden, as you can tell, a living hell. I'm not doing that this time, so I thought I'd quickly start this stream by running down how we're going to be doing this. So, I will be recording the raids, the Alliance raids, and very likely the job quests. But they will, as I said, be recorded. Now, they may get recorded at any point during the story. What I might do is run down to the end of post-Endwalker and then upload those pieces. Who knows? We'll see how things go. That's at least my plan. You left work early because you weren't feeling great. Had a nap and feeling somewhat better. I'm glad. Alright, just take it easy tonight, alright? Don't... Just take things easy, Asta, alright? Don't push yourself, alright? Treat yourself to something nice. Especially if you're not feeling well. I think the spring is starting to hit people, because it's more like a summer than a spring at the moment. Although, if it's anything, it is a spring. It's a spring to the gut. Oof. But hopefully, you know, I can provide a nice little calm space here. Hopefully you have a nice little... You know, it's that time on the side. Game ain't going anywhere. Exactly. Don't feel rushed. Like over the last few days, I've done the same. I wasn't feeling good, so I didn't come online. In fact, I wasn't originally planning to come online yesterday, but, you know, one thing led to another, and, well, as you know, I popped up. So, we gotta get going, haven't we? We can't really sit around. That'd be ridiculous. Hi, my daughter has a message. Apparently, this is how we're carrying on, so, I thought what a better place to sit and stand than right here. So, without further ado, not scroll lock. Oh, it is scroll lock. Let me just ensure that the music is at a good level. 81, as it should be. And let's make sure I'm standing on the right side of her. So she doesn't have to break her neck to look at me. Newfound adventure. I know, it's almost been like a week! You're asking me, a British person, if I would like a cup of tea? Exactly. Well, I don't want her breaking her neck by looking behind her at me. So I am interested in how the adventure now continues. Because though we spent some time with Tataru last time, going to an island and all that good stuff, you know, the Scions at this point have broken up. Unofficially, for the record, they've broken up, but they're not broken up per se. How are they going to get us all back together? What big cataclysm is going to...
quieter these days without everyone around.
What cataclysm is going to make them go, we're getting the band back together?
Not that I'm pining for your return, you understand. I have
Oh, come on. I know how it is.
And every one of you is doing well and keeping busy with your endeavors.
Yes, exactly.
Meanwhile, I'm left with a surplus of free time and the question of how to make the most of it.
Well, I'm just thinking of setting up an arcade. You're welcome to come and visit.
Any plans for the immediate future?
Probably a brand new adventure, you know. Although, my grand adventure is definitely seeing what other new ailments I can
Traveling
heal.
to the edge of existence and back wasn't enough?
Nah.
Well, if that's the case, I might have a suggestion for you.
Pray tell.
You fought bravely and selflessly, helping those in need and saving our...
Your next adventure is to take time off. No!
You've been hailed as the champion of Eorzea and a host of other incredible things. But why not put those
I mean, you're
titles
more than
aside
welcome
for
to jump into the game if you feel like you can. Just to sit and chill.
Quit yourself as a
I'll be
single
honest.
adventurer again.
When you were streaming Wednesday and doing Eureka, I was like, my brain wants to jump on and join you. I don't know how I managed not to. I think it's just because my body was so tired. I was just like, but I can't be bothered to get out of bed. That's a great idea, but where to start?
Oh, with so many exciting places to choose from, it's hard to narrow it down. But I believe I have the perfect destination in mind.
Oh? Where you thinking? And do you want to come with?
Avner. That's where you should go next.
Did a certain dragon call for me?
In a proper tour of Rads at Harn the
Oh.
last time you were there. What with the burning skies and rampaging monsters and so forth. And I'm sure Vritra would be pleased to see
Yes! Vitra probably
you.
would be
Then
happy to
about
see
itself,
me.
the
Kind of
Empire's
like I've been...
presence in the region was always a deterrent to exploration. So if you've a mind to sail that...
Kind of... I mean, it's not like I haven't been spending all day there in between fishing trips today.
Just think of all the new experiences you could have.
I may have been doing fates around Fafnir throughout the day, in between fishing trips and whatnot.
Tell me, have you been to the ruins beneath the waters of the Bounty?
Oh. He did mention
As the bearer of Azem's crystal, you may consider your duty to see at least that much.
Oh. I missed that foreshadowing. I was too busy freaking out and missed that foreshadowing. Great suggestion, daughter. You've given me a bit of a kick to the... Yeah.
That's an adventurer ready to take on the world.
You've lit a spark.
In anticipation of an occasion like this, I was planning to gift you a new set of traveling clothes.
Oh!
It's still a work in progress.
Oh, that's kind of funny, because,
It won't take much longer now, though, so sit tight and I'll have the last few bits sewn up before...
Okay, so she is going to give us a set of clothes, specifically. Character lore-wise, when I eventually get around to it, I do want to make a specific Viper theme. Like, OC Viper Glam. Like how I have for Sage and Gunbreaker. That said, this is where he'd get it in story, okay? I know I'm talking more about OC and my character getting stuff OC-wise, and I'm sorry, but I just... My brain, when I get an OC that's an insert, my brain goes mad. I like to think, how would I, where would I, what would I? Make sure it's got pockets. I need to carry as many needles as possible. Even though outside of game, I'm terrified of needles. I can't stand them personally. Sorry, you're gonna hear some jingles. I've got some mints. I went and got some actual, like a tin of mints.
Stitch in here and trim in there. Knot the threads with love and care.
Oh, my heart. So, I will say I have been told this post-story is going to absolutely destroy me, just as much as the end of Endwalker. If they give Meteon an ending,
I
then
run
yes!
the needle. See how the fabric surrenders to my whims.
You are a true warrior, Tataru. A warrior on the fabric field.
Don't worry. I'll make sure the lining has plenty of pockets for all your little treasures. I swear adventurers are worse than children when it comes to hoarding every feather and leaf and animal hide they come across.
Me with all these minions. I have no idea what you're talking about. I don't
We mustn't
collect
forget
them all.
the waterproofing. Gods forbid you forget to disrobe before plunging into the sea, or a river, or a piping hot bath.
God damn it, I'm being called out! My daughter is calling me out! I don't know how to feel about... I mean, I'm proud of her for that. Oh. This looks like that shadow dimension we went to before. Just there's no cloud of darkness right now. That also looks like Xenos' brand of red. It's not Xenos. We know he's dead. He is permanently dead. Deserved dead. Hi, Mr. Demon Guy. What's up?
And thus I am returned.
That's not good, and there's also like a scythe design there. I saw almost like a little bit of a scythe out the front in the shadow. Ooh, wait, hello. I don't think any time before this they did a title card, did they? That void scent does look awesome, yes. I'm excited for all this. Hi, sorry.
Ah, you're awake.
You're trying to cross the border, right? Like the rest of us. For fuck's sake. Curse you, intrusive thoughts. Sorry, kinda decided to
My
rest a bit more.
apologies. I do get a little carried away with my sewing.
Hey, I gotta get carried away with my gaming, so I know how you feel.
You seem awfully cheerful. Pleasant dream? Or are you just looking forward to the next chapter of your grand...
Oh, I had this wonderful dream about a demon rising.
Either way, I promise to...
I gotta kick more ass.
So I shall. If you'll accompany me to the Diamond Forge, we can put the finishing touches on your outfit. Shall we?
Sure, why not? Oh boy. Every element under the sun. Jeez. Oh. Leave the rising stones. Wait, we won't have to pray return anymore. There's nothing to return to. Thank you for holding the door. I'm just gonna pretend I didn't see that name. I would suggest y'all pretend you didn't see it either. It's upstairs if I remember. Is it here? I don't actually... Oh, no, here we are. I always get lost here, to be honest. Oh, yeah! No napping this time! Oh. Open up the cast, find adjustment to the hem. And voila! Your cosplay is complete. Ooh. That's actually not a bad idea. It's not a bad design. I like the cape. Not so keen on the tunic. You've outdone yourself though, daughter. You've made something that can easily be turned into a Legend of Zelda cosplay, and I appreciate that. But of course, like I say, in lore-wise, she would have made whatever outfit I decide I want my glam for Viper to be at this point. Ooh! Hello? A new, necklace piece? Wait, will that look better? Like, I don't think my Sage can wear it. Or my Gunbreaker. Damn, I don't think anything I have can wear it, other than, like, my Picto. I could throw up my Picto. Collection expanded. The Unending Codex. Exactly, that's what I mean. Okay, so I'm guessing that's just like a little bit of a log. Which is quite helpful. Alright, Tataru. You got work. I'll see you later, my dear. We just started. We already got some new clothes. I'm okay with this. Wait, what? You know, I never realized this place was open roof. Huh? Why? What is the fashion statement? I don't get it. Ah, so we haven't been here since the final day. Oh, there's dancers on stage. Huh. And here's the emote before it was even implemented. Oh yeah, I guess that does make sense actually, yeah. An open concept like that does make sense. Because if I'm right, Fafnir is taking a Arabian, I'd like to say, kind of concept. Oh, I remember you. Which is unusual that I remember characters. Arabian and Indian, there we go. Yes, that's it. Could you point out this historian? Let's just get him a drink and he drunk. Get him drunk and we're good. Yes. Sir, I wish to buy you the finest one of the alcohol, yes? I does do drink, yes? Just a friendly chat. How about a drink? I'm gonna get him shit-faced. Me just throwing the drink over my shoulder. Jesus Christ, he shotgunned it. Sir. I wish to know about the bounty. I just realized I'm still deafened. No, I'm not deafened anymore. Hey, I unmuted when I unmuted. Wait, to another world entirely and returned with... Oh, hang on. I'm sorry, any mention of another world? Aura, Lord, yeah. Whenever another world is mentioned right now, we know what that could mean. Well, let me have a go. I have a tendency to run into situations where I might die and survive after dying. Go on, get him another round, but everybody gets 2. That's alright. Put it on his tab! Oh, there's something in there. I think I've heard enough. I like exploration, sir. That's the one thing you don't realize about me. If I have to wander a map to find something, and you know, something large, especially when it's tiny, different story. I hate when it's in, like, find multiple of a little small thing. Plus, Professor, you're absolutely shit-faced. And we are not Neanderthals. We have something important. Something undeniably great for adventure. Something so powerful it would fry minds back in the day. It's called the internet. Hello, Python! Welcome on in. You want to play at the same time you want to read? I mean, as I say, with Final Fantasy, sometimes not doing much is a good thing. Sometimes you just come on, just sit and chill. Maybe set a small task, like, oh, I want to do this. If you've got any, you know, do fishings, or if you've got your tribes to do for the day, just log on to do your tribes or something. That's kind of why I came on last night originally, was just to do the tribes. Hi, I heard you might know a thing or two about a vault. Don't worry about me being up in your personal space. You don't do... Yeah. You haven't done the Savage in bits. But, hey. I don't mind trying to sit through some of the Savage raids at some point. Like I say, I've got to still do all of the Eden stuff. And I will have to do, obviously, all of Pandemonium when I get there.
Please, Sashal, please! You must let me have that treasure map!
No! Oh, let me guess. He's extorting them.
What's all this about?
Yeah.
My mother and father were slaughtered by monsters. My baby sister, still too young to fend for herself. No kindness.
I mean, that is one of the best ways to get commendations. I will need to do commendation farming at some point myself for the achievements and mounts and all that. I don't think that's even a proper map. I think that's crayon. If I had a gill for every time I walked into a city to find a young'un in peril that I'm going to somewhat help and possibly get killed, I would have a lot of gill.
This is no mere treasure map. It is a guide to the vaults of Arzadal the First.
Yoink!
The star tracks of Radzat Han.
Hang on.
And a direct descendant of Alzadal Khan.
Nat 20, let's fucking go. Yoink!
Alzadal's legacy.
So he says. I think I'd wager.
This is
Let me see it with my currently non-existent eyes.
with an arcane glyph of passage. You may find the ruins hidden in the bounty, but you won't be setting foot inside without this in your possession. A priceless artifact it is, discovered amongst the rubble
steady,
in the
boom.
aftermath of the final days, and lovingly restored by yours truly.
Yeah, no, as soon as he said it was yours truly, I understand this is
I'll be the king of
bullshit.
fools to simply give it away.
No way does a marketeer know that kind of stuff.
Your scrawny-eyed would never return with that treasure alive. Oh, cruel fate! Why am I? How I
Just
shall
leave it at why.
be the one who purchases that precious map. Whatever they pay will be but pittance against the golden hordes they stand to.
Hang on a sec! You're working with him! I've seen this bullshit before! You're working for him! You're making a scene so someone buys it at an exorbitant price. No! Shit! Run! Run! Tackle that motherfucker!
What do you, sir? Your statue would surely relish the challenge of recovering Alzadal's lost fortune.
Don't you fucking dare! Fuck's sake, he's doing Oliver Twist.
That treasure. My darling
Fuck.
sister would never want for food.
I may have been actually full on standing up for that, by the way. Estonian, don't. Don't do the
I'll take
exorbitant.
it. Will this cover the price?
Please tell me that's not coming out of Tataru's this time. Oh, thank God he only scammed himself. He got crypto scammed. Woo!
Well met, my friend.
Oh, thank God I was... Whew, whew. He only has himself...
Dressed for adventure.
If it's his own money, okay. He can get scammed. If it was someone else's...
Why Favner of all places? Knowing you, I suspect there's more to your plans than sightseeing and shopping.
Look, my daughter suggested it, and it launched a spark. There's a treasure that I was told to go see.
Ruins
So I
beneath the
might.
bounty. Curious. And here I've acquired a map to just such a site.
Open it. I don't think it's real. Open it, please.
With that sale, I do believe I've earned the rest of the day off. Thank you for your patronage, sir, but if you'll excuse me.
Hold on.
Mind us.
And now I fleece one of the heroes of the final days. Pray the sisters were looking elsewhere.
Yeah, about that. About that 2 weeks of...
Either way, we'll need a ship. From
We don't do that here. Be gone, but... You seem eager to be underway.
Lest you misunderstand, I seek the treasure not for myself. If such a fortune truly exists, then it could help ease the struggles of those who lost their loved ones in the final days. I hope to do for Thavnir what you and Alphino did for the Alamegans when you recovered the Mad King's trove.
You know, if I was sat there, I'd be like, hang on.
You know Alphino needs little encouragement when it comes to recounting the tales of your shared exploits.
Yeah, sounds about right for him.
Speaking of precocious lads, that boy in the bazaar was clearly an accomplice of the merchant.
Thank fuck you're not completely stupid.
Suppose his role was to draw the attention of the crowd and add weight to the merchant's bold claims.
So, what did you...
Fanart, for the most part, was not all mummery. The need to provide for his sister rang true enough.
What did you actually give him?
Thus, if some portion of the profits end up in that waif's pocket,
Yeah.
we'll consider it money well spent.
Good.
The map
Okay,
leads to the
thank
vault or
fuck.
not.
You know what? I can sympathize with him on that. I thought he was getting scammed, but yeah, if it actually ends up in the kid's pocket, that's good.
You are coming along, yes?
Yeah, yeah. Yes, yes. Yeah, naturally I'll come along. I was too busy healing monsters back at Rogue's Reach. And around the area.
Now, let's see about securing a vessel.
Aye, exactly. But as I said earlier, I've been told that we do see something in here that will carry on and tie up Meteon's story, which I'm scared about if that's actually going to happen. I wonder what other stories they're actually going to wrap up, because usually the post story really well wraps up stories. Yeah, no, that's alright, it's alright. Too lazy! Plus, it's not like I don't have the money to teleport. This money right here, this is the power of sitting on Eureka all day. 1 million gil. No, do not worry. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. I'm actually looking forward to seeing what bosses are, because obviously we have 3 of the Mount bosses with Zodiac, Hydaelyn, and Ensign Zarya. I'm very excited to see what the other bosses are. I don't think we'll come across them today, but who knows. We're here to procure a boat. Hopefully procure and not commandeer. Yes, exactly. We do need to finish the Guibers, though. Hey, that's alright. Yeah. We see you there, boy. Come on out. Boy. I will be your Kratos, boy. Come on, let's hear your real story. What's really going on? Oh, we already... Yeah, I'll say. We're already caught up on it, don't worry. Hey, recognize me? The hero that literally fucking saved everyone? You know, the one of legend in titles. Tell your boss to start running. He ain't going far. Kid. Good. We could invite our comrades. Let's see. So they're ruins. We're going to ruins. Y'shtola's probably the best one to contact about that kind of ancient history. Graha and Kryl would be great with, you know, histories as well. Alphino and Alze are just good attack and support. Fankred and Uranjay are just great, again, supporting roles of tanking and that. So I'm between the last two options, because we're going to a place we don't know. Now, if we're going to go for someone that can sit and, you know, oh, this is a trap, don't you fucking go near it or I will scold your ass. Or we've got, I believe it's this way. So, Shola will know ruins, and she'll know magic when she sees it. A less prickly. Alright, Grahan and Kral then. They'll know their way around ruins. Cool, and you stole the prickly. I'll tell her that next time I see her, Stinian. Now you start running. Then again, I don't think he can dragoon leap far enough to get out of Meteor. Exactly. She's the mother of the group. What can be said? God, I'm almost level 100 already. Tell that to team. What, to start running from Meteor? Right. To old Charlian then. In fact, I can just do... I saw Baldessian and my head went, huh? I'm going to Baldessian Arsenal again? No, no, no. Annex. Annex. Different BA. Oh. No, yeah. There are two branches from the same tree, I swear. Hi, here to see Graha, here to see the cat boy. They've been doing too much research, clearly. Alright, you lot, you've been on school long enough. Time for a half-term break. Let's go ruin exploring. Man, I'm so happy. It was brought to my attention a certain card that I was leaked. Hi. Is actually the Realm Reborn version. When a certain character was a bard. He has a arrow in the artwork and a bow.
I was having visions for a moment there.
Oh, I'm so excited to see what comes out. I was really hoping we'd get a flip card. I'm obviously, now my brain is saying, okay, fine. If we're doing a set of across all generations, if y'all make Meteor a card where she is a blue that flips into the end cooler, which is a black, effectively making her Demir, I will lose my shit. Because that means I get to play fairies alongside her. And she would fit in... Would she fit in Y'shtola? I think she fits in Y'shtola then. That's me realizing how much money it's gonna cost. I didn't go into the second verse. Hello, Minnie. Thank you so much for the redeem for the 50 bits. How you doing today? Woo! I am getting all flustered. I'm gonna actually check real quick.
Steady. Raha and I have been compiling old records of the
Stola,
students'
Method of
activities.
Gathering. Yes!
We
If
located several accounts in the archives of
excuse
Numenor
my
and
voice
added them
there.
to the collection we recorded
If
from the
Meteon
Iron
is
Fire.
printed as Demir, which is black blue, she can play in your Stola.
And judging by the progress we've made thus far,
Better for seeing you.
Sorcerer's
Oh,
Power will keep us organized
bless.
for days to come.
I'm so excited. We should be a couple of days away from more announcements at this
Surely you
point.
haven't come all this way
I
just to
believe.
watch us shuffle
No,
us
yeah,
around.
Final Fantasy is the next Magic the Gathering set!
Of Alzadal III.
I'm not getting overly excited. I don't know what you're talking about. I'm not here shivering and shaking and about.
And we're looking for companions to join you on
I'm
this
not about to
expedition.
explode. This means that, yeah, leak season is coming very
I would
soon.
dearly love to accompany you, of course, but I'm afraid I'm committed to another task. On the subject of which.
Oh,
I had
hello.
heard
So we got two
secrets.
things running here. Totally about to suppose Crona. Suspiciously explosive shaped Crona. Uh-oh. If it's Algan technology...
It's not so
um,
urgent that it can't wait until you've returned.
Oh! Fuck it! Graham was...
Raha, I'll stay here.
He was really about to do the... Me waiting for the card game release be like...
I'm sure. Just try to be back before too many minutes have passed.
Oh my god, Graha, same, bro, same.
I guess we're off on another adventure already. Have you asked anyone else to come along?
Not yet. Just Astinian.
Then might I suggest we invite your Stola?
Thank you! I suggested that and he said no.
Ever since the Scions disbanded, she spent most of her time cloistered within the Great Google Library, hoping to piece together
Where's
a
my
method
drink?
to traverse
There it
the
is.
rift.
I'm glad to hear you're
It
happy,
seems,
Minnie.
However, that whatever wisdom she sought there,
Hopefully I say a good day's ahead of you. Or,
she arrived in Charlian
you know,
the other day.
tomorrow's a good day
Spoke
for you as
briefly
well.
before she
No,
began
everything.
her search of Numenor.
Y'all deserve the best. I hope you realize that. Y'all deserve the best.
Considering what you've told us of Alzadal's extraordinary feats, I do believe your Stola would be more than interested to hear what you have to say. Splendid! Then let us head to the archives at once.
Wait, before you go.
Wait.
I have another potential member to volunteer, if you've room to spare. Urianger.
Which gives us an... We're going into a dungeon.
He sent the students.
That's
for a
2D,
test
it's one mixed, one DPS, one healer, one tank. No, wait. No tanks. No, he's a multi. Graha here plays as a tank. They're giving us a character of every role as an option. We're going on to a dungeon.
And wish to learn more about how we build things down here.
You've been sinking a few
So,
hours into
why
a
not
game.
take
Yeah,
Urianger with you?
ooh.
Let
Yeah,
him
let's
see
hear it. Which
Alzadal's
game?
legacy firsthand.
I'm wondering, are we about to get to one of the best gifts that I've seen in a while?
If our expedition leader has no objections, I say we extend Urianger an invitation once we've spoken with your Stola.
Graha is everything. Aw.
Safe travels, you two. But don't forget, I'd still like your help
Oh,
with that other
Satisfactory! I haven't heard that name in ages. I think I was
Right.
watching
Then it's off to the library.
Let's Game It Out. Absolutely take that game to its limit, if I remember. Actually, no, it wasn't. It was... Let me have a quick look while this goes through. What game was it he was playing? There's his Sim series. It was Satisfactory he was playing. Yes, Graha is he's a flex. But when you think about it here, he's most likely to be played as a tank role. So we have, in terms, a tank if I'm not playing a tank. We have a healer if I'm not playing healer with Urange. And of course you've got 2 DPS in your Stola and Estinian. That means we have a full team ready for a dungeon. I don't know why I'm walking it. That's first person now. I'm going the wrong way. It's up here, isn't it? I'm not completely stupid, only a little bit. By the way, I want to mention that I have seen someone playing Final Fantasy XIV in VR. I would absolutely love to make a new character and try 14 in VR. Granted, I probably wouldn't be able to do everything. A lot of the dodging will be absolutely hell. But it sounds like fun. Seizure incoming. I don't have the sparkle emote. Hey! Grah, take a picture! No, wrong way! There we go! Take a picture! Get the camera, Graha! Yeah, I think this is definitely the same. Okay, now I'm gonna start running because I just did that. I'm out. I'm out. I'm out. No medium. It's just the squatting while praying while next to someone that's knocked out. This is the cutscene I was hoping for. Hi, Lucina. Look how precious she is. Someone needs her beauty sleep.
I've never known your Stola to doze off in the middle of research before.
Well, everyone conks himself out eventually. We're also in a library. You've got to be quiet. Yep, upcoming is a scene I've seen as a GIF. So I'm very happy. Man, if I was still playing Nyanase right now, she'd be, she'd want to be the books. Nyanase would want to be the books.
Close my eyes for one moment.
Do you have a moment to talk about Lord and Saviour? Damn it, I've got squeegee bottle mode! Ow, my chest! Ow. Didn't want to wake you. Ow, I actually hurt my chest laughing.
Nor did I want to fall asleep.
Me in general, Christ. But yeah, welcome on in, Lucina. How you doing?
2-3 days straight before exhaustion finally plagued me.
You clearly haven't been sleeping, lass.
As you know, I've been researching ways to travel from the source to one of its reflections. Well, looking for hints at least. I don't expect to find a simple set of instructions tucked away in some dark corner of the library.
Good call, just to chill. But any
So
progress?
I've been skimming through the stacks, hoping to uncover even a partial mention of any similar feats in the past. A means to travel between worlds exists, and you can be sure I will find a way to employ it.
What about this
So I
exciting
promised
offer
reward,
I have?
but 'twould seem I've set myself a nigh impossible task.
I have a proposition for you, Stola. A guy that
The
apparently
leap I made with the
was
Crystal
known
Tower
to
was not achieved in an afternoon. It was the culmination of a collective effort spanning generations.
a guy that goes in between worlds.
Oh, you think me
Planets.
discouraged? I assure you, 'tis quite the opposite. A daunting challenge and the time to sink my teeth into it. I feel like a fresh-faced student again.
A scholar in her element.
Sorry, Mike, give me a second to clear my throat.
Was there something else you wish to ask of me?
Do you want to go adventuring? To an ancient ruins?
Alzadal is no minor figure in Harnish history, and much is known about his family.
But do you want to learn about
But this is
him?
the first I've heard of a descendant surviving a trip to another world. If those tales are true, then he may have left behind some clue as to how it was accomplished.
I love I was straight on that when it was said the first time. Oh my goodness, I'm getting better.
An invitation to delve into one of the world's lingering mysteries. As if I could refuse. And whence do we embark upon this expedition?
Right now,
Achiali by ship.
if you want.
But before that, we thought to extend an invitation to Urianger as well. He was in Falmazane last we heard.
Then by all means let us recruit him and be on our way.
Oh, give me a second, that was a doorbell. Sorry about that. The delivery, but wrong address. Happens. You're on HSR before, it's a bit awkward to try it in Esmond. How is Xenoblade X? I'm guessing you're playing the Switch version, right? The remastering. How is it? Because I've heard that there's some interesting changes made. Things like no longer needing a specific character in order just to recruit everyone, or like most of the roster or something like that, I think it was said. And like I've heard mixed reviews about it for being an upscaling. The only negative I've heard is, I was in the first area and there was this boss that was like really, really high leveled. Yeah, welcome to Xenoblade. Where on earth is our Xenoblade warriors, now you think about it? Then again, I guess because they got Rex and Shulk in 3, like, as grown-ups, you don't really need to do a Warriors-style game for it. Then again, Grand Blue Warriors would be a... Technically, that's what they tried to make with, thingy. Trying to make an RPG. I would just love the Warriors.
The common explorer, fame set aside in thy pursuit of simple adventure.
Not so simple.
I am told a new expedition is in the offing.
good to see you as well. But where's Fankred? Easier to play, like you don't need Elmer or Lynn for every main story mission anymore. Finish it much easier. That's good. When I get it's a game I'm looking at possibly getting after getting the Switch 2. Although, I want to say, well, I'll let this play first, and I'll chat during the middle of.
True to our plan,
So, I know.
and I embarked upon a pilgrimage of sorts, with an eye for gauging the state of those lands through which we passed. Our travels were interrupted, however, by a request for aid from our befurred lunar allies. As you may recall, the Loperites have been seeking new purpose for the moon, another role through which it might serve to benefit mankind. The Forum have been working to advise
Well,
them in this endeavor.
it's time to start building houses on the moon! Actually, no, this probably leads into the new exploration stuff for Dawn Trail. The cosmic exploration.
I've learned of my predicament from Mistress Cryle. I know not whence they acquired such knowledge, but the Loperites now stand convinced that adventurers delight in treasure hunts.
God damn it, they watched an Easter special. Hey, don't look at me!
Thus, with their newly built wonderland of riches and
I'm a completionist, not a treasure hunter.
all manner of daring delvers to the moon. So earnest and innocent was their desire to bring joy to the world that I found myself powerless to refuse them my cooperation. But what of you, my friends? Why are you come to Labyrinthos?
We come to give you an offer you can't refuse. I mean, you can refuse it, but do you wanna? Do you want the excuse?
This is indeed a most fortuitous opportunity. I should be honored to accept thine invitation. How long hath it been, I wonder, when last our actions were not impelled by fate or desperation?
It has been a while since we've just done a dungeon for the sake of a dungeon.
Aye. Though I cherish the Scion's accomplishments, 'tis pleasant to not have the weight of the world upon our shoulders for a change.
Not yet, anyway.
Counting Estinian, we number 5 now, yes? Without knowing what traps or perils await unwary feet, we may be wise to refrain from recruiting others.
I like how the exact people I said would be great for this dungeon is who we've ended up with.
To handle whatever situation may arise. Shall we be on our way?
What, no time to spare a word for the...
Hey! There we go, there's our actual
All
tank.
is well, I trust.
There's your husband. Fashionably late as always.
Parleyed with the rabbits, but it seems our paths were not to cross.
You're looking well. Take it from a silver to a snowball.
That's because we didn't travel by experimental etherite. It's astounding what a lack of nausea does for one's sense of well-being. In any case, as we made our way around Ilzabard, we saw that much of the continent was in various stages of chaos. A certain amount of disorder is to be expected. The final days are over, and the people no longer have a common threat.
There's a little shadow, isn't there?
That's the thing with these fledgling troubles, eh? You need to keep an eye out, lest they mature into full-grown headaches. So, for what reason have so many esteemed personages seemed fit to gather?
Is he literally just gonna be like, you son of a bitch, I'm in?
Beneath the waters of the boundaries? I see you've already stolen away my traveling partner with the promise of unexplored ruins and scholarly glory.
Hey, he offered.
Not for mine own indulgence, but rather the fulfillment of my commitment to the Loperites.
Of course. And if you have Estinian rounding out your group, you'll likely have all the members you need.
if you want to come
I
along.
could put in a good word for you, if you like.
Hey, I won't ever say no to having Fanart on the team.
We may have been released from our obligations, but I'll never be free of that merciless wit of yours.
Oh, give the writing team a raise, guys. As much as they pissed me off with what they did to my girl. My other girl. My other daughter.
I'll return to my usual reconnaissance and scout out.
Though I can't be too upset.
Feel free to share if you come across any interesting revelations.
I don't mind.
Till we meet again.
Until we meet again. Oh, goddamn.
Will wonder what hath become of us.
That or he spent a shit ton more money in the market. I won't let him know how much he spent on that map of his own money, because at least one of them will blow a casket. Same kind of knowledge happens when I say how much I've spent on artwork and still need to spend on artwork. Don't worry about it. So what I was saying is Xenoblade X is definitely a game I'm looking at once I've got a Switch 2. Though I'm not intending to buy a Switch 2 on release month. I'm saving up money per month for one, but I don't think I'm going to get them immediately. I'm going to hold off a bit, because if people are going to be boycotting the prices, I don't want to pass that picket fence personally. I agree that 90 for a physical game is a bit excessive. Especially when that means that, you know, when we do get deals, they're going to be 60 quid. You know, they're going to be average price. So I'm going to hold off a bit, see if Nintendo are going to be swayed to lower prices. I doubt it. I think this is going to be very much like the boycott Genshin era, where everyone's going to be saying, boycott them, don't do it, don't buy it, we're not going to buy it, we don't want to spend this much, we don't agree with this. But there's going to be enough sales that nothing will happen of it because of it. But at the same time, I don't want to be one of those people that bought it and are responsible thus for the likelihood of them turning around and going, well, I'm not saying it. You know? I want to hold off a month, see what happens, you know. There's also going to be a lot of FOMO at first. So the price, you know, I lived through COVID, okay? I managed to very luckily get my PS5 during COVID, right? At market value. I feel the Switch 2 might have a similar problem where it might get scalped. So, I'm going to stick to the sidelines, I'm going to wait, and I'm not going to buy it immediately, just as I did with the first Switch. The first Switch, I didn't get on release. I actually got it at the end of my second year of university, as a reward for completing my final year essay. I bought it myself, went and picked it up, but I wasn't allowed to touch it until I did the essay. Then I went an hour and a half drive to pick up Legend of Zelda, because I realized, wait a minute, I don't have any games for the Switch. I was not smart. It was worth it though. It was a nice drive. I'm sure the boat can carry us all. Lower the sails and let us set, said sails. You won't be getting on the day of release because Lorcana's set on the same day. I have not seen any Lorcana since. But if you do get X on Switch, do you get the rest of the series since they're on Switch? Possibly. Xenoblade X has my most interest because of it being mechs. The rest of the games, I don't know. I've heard the rest of the games are a lot better. So it is a possibility. It's like Xenoblade is one of the franchises I have wanted to get into, same with Dragon Quest and Bravely Default. There's a lot of games that I really wanted to get into. And so I'll have to think about how I'm budgeting myself, go from there. But Xenoblade X was the Xenoblade with my biggest amount of attention, personally. Ah, what did I say was gonna happen? We have a duty. Right. Sorry, Estinian. There's only room for one edgy blade boy. And it's me. I mean, or unless Estinian, do you want to do it and I just sit at the back and watch you guys go through it? Yeah. I would have to start with 1 and Shulk and everything. Definitely. But because X being a spin-off is why I'm happy just to pick it up and play X to begin with. To try it out, see if I like the style of combat. Though I'm guessing the combat's very different to X. X is very different from the rest of the games. Oh god. Give me 1 second, sorry, because one of my nostrils is blocked and it's annoying me. It is the worst feeling, especially when you're trying to sleep, when one nostril is more blocked than the other. It's so annoying. Bring him over for Graha to take hold. 6, 7, 1, 6, 7, 6, 1, 8, 2. Set this up. And stop hammering that. All games are pretty different in the combat. They want to... Sweet! Well, I'm looking very forward to trying it all out, to be honest. So I will be doing this dungeon with pull by pull rather than wall to wall. I do apologize. I know that can be boring. When I do it with NPCs, I prefer to do it this way because NPCs are more built for just picking up groups as you go. Oh, cool. Pirates! Always alternate what I'm pressing. Turn on my health, just in case. I did not alternate well enough there. My bad. Okay, it's down to 333. 777 666. Now we're down to 2 enemies. I'm gonna just... Yeah. But yeah, that's interesting. Alright, I'll keep that in mind. Is the point where you can obtain your skill, just like IRL, you need a license. God damn it. Now I'll show you! Like blood, let the poison seep! It's so kind of sad that there's no dot on Viper. If anything should have dot, it's Viper. Literally, you're named after a snake. Snakes are known for poisons. Not all of them, some are known for constriction, I'll admit. But it's a little sad. Oh, here we go again. Pirates! 5.7 banana, 3.8 on apple and rhubarb, 25.6 on custard. This is the Pirates of the Caribbean. That was terrible, and I don't regret it. The only downside is because of being level 90 here, I don't have access to a Boros yet. I wish I had it. I wish I had a Boros right now. Hell yeah, you let me... Woo! Giant squiggly wiggly. Oh, not a slide. Ambu Jam, huh? You wanna... you wanna go in? Thank you! Okay, so it's got like a rapier on one side and... Right, 2 is always from behind. Two is from the side, when it's one side. There's a cutting.
Together we shall overcome this.
Oh my god, it put Kool-Aid in the water! Ooh, nice!
Something special for you.
Great to move. Ooh, wait, did I just get pulled? Did one of them just pull me? I've never seen an NPC pull. I mean, it was slightly late, but... Noted, if NPCs are pulling me now, I have to get ready for that.
Allow me.
Do this because I can move while using this. Okay, no, I got pushed. Okay. Right, 2 is then gonna get me go behind. Then to the side. Reset my brain. If you ever see me just kind of stall my attack and stop, it's just because I'm resetting. Mentally, I can forget where I am in a chain, and that just split second. I understand that split second in later content can be life and death, and some people definitely get really pissy about it, but I would rather know where I am and not die. Oh wait, are we gonna... Fire in the hole! Cannonball! Ooh. Ooh, a Back to the Future reference. Ooh. Okay, now I've got to give that a try at some point then, clearly. What? Oh, it's just crabs. Look at the funny little crabs! Oh my god, there's a lot of things in here, actually. Mistakes were made. For them.
Make ready.
Green, that can be side. Actually, let's get that out of the way of Graha. He doesn't want to have to take any more damage than he needs to. Tank or not. Ooh, treasure coffer. Yoink. I don't think these rings are any better than what I've got. No. Ooh. Right. Squid. Fish. Oh, this is a perfect chance for this. Woohoo! I love it when there's a ton of enemies like that that aren't focused on me. And I can just go mad with like the AoEs and stuff. Even if I do miss free damage off the C1. Down to 2, so swap back to single target. Oh, I am loving this location. This is reminding me very much of the prison from Genshin, with the undersea giant windows and... God, this is so picturesque. Might as well use my free copy of Awakening. Call me Fire Emblem, because I'm awakening!
Allow me.
Yeah, it's the, I've stopped playing it now. But I will say, I am being pushed and convinced to try Wuwa. I have found a character that I do like, but I'm going to wait until that banner is rerun so I can 100% get the character. That said, I'm getting Casterus 100%. I have luckily seen how her res has been unofficially made into a nerf. Let's say the character goes down and is rezzed. If the enemy gets a follow-up attack and hits him, well, the character's dead again. You know? And they won't get rezzed. You know? Oh yeah, Pollux! Her Dragon Pollux is... I have seen some friends play him, and ooh, my god, I'm excited. Although, talking of war and like Honkai stuff, I may have come to find out that the Chinese voice for Cantella, I think her name is from Wuwa, who recently stirred up the internet with a very realistic tongue and mouth animation during her trailer. Voiced by Seeley's voice in Honkai Impact 3rd. Great, now I gotta play it in that dub just so I hear Bronya Oni-chan constantly. Ooh, what do we have here? Whee! Armored Chariot. Please remember to heal while you take notes. Oh my god. Yeah, don't do a me. Alright, Graha, you got this one? Alright, he's small AoEing. Summon to the corners. That looks like he's cannon firing. Those two corners. Ah, I see, I see. So now with those two corners. Just waiting for Fanart to reach. Fanart, yes, is speculated to release soon. Which has me a bit concerned because obviously I also want to get Cypher. Why aren't I using these? These are the skills that I often forget to use. I think I just lost goddamn any part of armor that I had on my ass there. Jesus. It's that flipping image where the guy's walking away. From an explosion. It's just like the back of his armor is all just blown off. Luckily, I have a lot of speed in my attacks. Oh, the healer. I'm not even paying attention to how much health this guy's got right now. All that matters to me is just killing it. Built Lucha. I've heard Mighty goes really well with Castris. Because Castris' whole thing is just based on health gained and lost. Not on her having to lose it. So any character that loses health is a really good sub-DPS with her. As long as you have a good healer like Locha. So, long story short, when you next see my gameplay of Star Rail, I have been training Locha. Or attempting to train up Locha. Woo! Right. One more. Oh! Hello, gold! Hello, likely cursed gold. That we probably should not touch because it's cursed. So I always do try with the off cooldowns just to slow them down a bit. Just so that I can get, use a skill straight after. A cooldown skill straight after. Which is why you'll see the 4 and the 5, the C4 and 5. I will try and stagger them, not use them immediately. I don't think that's how you're supposed to do it. I think professionals will just immediately use, oh my god, hello beautiful, Jesus. Minotaur model, huh? this off again. So 4, 5, 0, 5, 4, 2. So that's what I mean. I kind of slow it down instead of just going 1, 2, 3, 4. I don't know. If that is the wrong thing to do, then let me know so I can adjust my playstyle with more effectiveness. Even when it's a support character, you want to try him with the 2. I mean, I do. The problem is that I also want to try him with Castris, Mighty, Locha, and Tribby. Because Tribby is apparently also really flipping good. And I'm annoyed I didn't pull for Trib, but because of Castris I didn't. Mimics. There's only one acceptable mimic, and it's the one I want to do for a D&D adventure! I may or may not want to do a mimic as a playable character in D&D. With the whole idea being almost like a mimic was practically the best way to think about it. It's a mimic that was taught magic by a Freeren-like character. With her being a, being like an arcane rogue. Wait, how did you get into that lockpick so well? You don't have a lockpick kit. I used my finger. You what? I said I used my fingers. I'm very good with a hairpin. Don't worry about me. You're right getting hammered there, Graha. Or was it just an average Friday night for you? Oh my god, it is Friday. Wow. Yeah, I love it when I say that term and it actually matches up. Hey, one more rum. Nice. Hey there, big boy. Farewell, big boy. Alright, what are we facing? What awaits us at the end of this trial? Holy sh... It's a peacock. Kapakulu. Alright, y'all. Show me how to tango this thing. Ikaze. Something tells me he will not do that. Okay, so... Okay, so what I'm standing on right now could spike if I'm not careful. Whee! Yay, stab wounds! Whee! More stab wounds! You die for that! Okay, that was a very fun interactive mechanic and I can appreciate it. You gonna pull it and stuff's gonna fall? Or all yellow one's gonna be dangerous, yeah. Can't scare me! No. You stole the armor, I'm coming! I got you, homie! Homie stocked! What on earth is he talking about? I have no idea. Oh, here we go again. Get done. Do 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 do. Unfortunately for you, stab wounds only go 90% through my body. The other 10% mean that you bleed more than I do. He's weaving. Yellow.
Something special.
Hello, yellow. Oh, tank bust. Let's not share that. Sorry, Graha. I can't listen to my voice in my head right now. Though it would be funny. I have to ignore the voice in my head. Big sad. Bye-bye. Ribbon be gone! Knockout. Hello, Astidian. Welcome to the party. Uh-huh. What did we actually get? Yeah! We got the card! I don't have to replay the dungeon! Unless it's got a minion. If it's got a minion, I will have to replay the dungeon. But I got the card! Let's fucking go! Another one in the collection! I've almost only got 100 cards missing, for the record, in Triple Triad. And the one I'm struggling to get right now is King Thornton, of all cards. That looks like it's tied down.
What have we here?
That looks like it can be opened, but do we want to open it? Is the question.
Well, there is one way we might find out.
Blow it up.
Stop! You mustn't touch it.
Oh! Bashan! Hello! Didn't actually expect to see you here. How you doing, broski? Come to give us some,
My apologies. Should I continue calling you Varshan?
Can we get some explanation?
My nature is no longer a secret. Still, this is not a setting I imagined for our union. Surely you've not entered these ruins as common looters.
Would that we could deny your accusations, but I fear you're not far from the truth.
Unless you give us an explanation why we shouldn't.
Great Vritra, might we beseech thee to explain the nature of this strange contrivance?
It was crafted by our alchemists at my behest, for the purpose of...
Thought so. I said so, didn't I? Da-da-da. I wasn't going to touch it, but you know you stole her. I'll start running.
You and I will speak later.
I was gonna say, is that a promise or a threat?
The time for frivolity, my friend. Not the time.
Oh, come on. She does it to me all the time.
Of which thou speakest. Might it be some manner of threat?
I wasn't actually expecting to do this horror show.
Perhaps I should simply show you.
Just having this the instant regret on his face after saying that. Ah, crap. Oh. Oh. That's a face of interest,
I have
just
lifted
Stola.
the seal, if only for the moment, by an authority only I possess.
A planar fissure?
No, my friend. Small though it may be, this is a functioning gate into the void.
The other world was the void, you say? Huh. Stola, I saw that say that you were approaching it. Don't you touch it, Missy. Don't you touch that butt. She touched the butt.
I must admit, I am deathly curious to know how a void gate came to be hidden in the depths of these ruins.
To tell that tale, we must first peer far to the south, and even further into memory.
Oh. Glad I had to mute my mic there for a second.
An age 5 millennia passed when the Algan Empire sent an invading force to the shores of Mericidia. The southern people rallied around the commanding figures of Bahamut and Tiamat and fought fiercely to repel the would-be conquerors. With Bahamut's defeat, however, the tide turned against them. Desperate to seize any advantage, the Mercidians resorted to summoning primal entities.
Sophia, Sephiroth, and the other guy. Huh. And of course the Cloud of Darkness.
Emperor Zande forged a covenant with the Cloud of Darkness, sovereign among the all-devouring denizens of the void.
Are we literally coming
Thus
full
boasted
circle
by
right now?
icons on one side
Christ.
and void scent on the other. The two armies clashed in a battle of unspeakable carnage. So much death, so much loss.
I consider myself well versed in that period of history, yet you speak as one who witnessed it happen.
You're surprised about that?
Indeed, I did. I heard Tiamat's roar of defiance and sped toward that war-torn land.
Pretty sure Zand has been revealed in that MTG leak, actually, now I think
Along
about
with
it.
my sibling, Ashdaya. We dragons are not male or female as men are wont to classify, but elder sister is the closest a mortal tongue can come to describing what she meant to me. I was the last of our brood to hatch, and and Ashdaya cared for me where my sire could not. Thus I was with her when Tiamat roared. I was with her when she journeyed south, and I was with her when she fought against the Void-sent hordes. Yet no matter how many of their vile fiends we cast down, more rose from the abyss to take their place. Faced with an unwinnable war of attrition, Ashdaya risked her all on a final gamble. She plunged through the Void Gate itself to strike at the root of their strength. I tried to follow in her wake, determined to lend what aid I could. But even as I came upon Alag's glittering tower, I saw the rift close behind her. And Ashdaya has been lost to us ever since.
I find I must retract my earlier claim of historical knowledge. Nowhere in the Crystal Tower's archives did I see mention of such noble sacrifice.
Why do you think that is? It's not like it was written by a quote enemy.
To Allagan eyes, it must have seemed as if a lone dragon, driven to madness, simply dove through the gate and...
I'm now getting terrified. We're gonna have to fight a Void-sent dragon? Question mark? I mean, I'm up for it.
I spent long years searching for the means to reunite with Ashdaya.
And that led you to the gate, did it?
Until I could search no more. Until Alag was dust, and the arts to open a void gate large enough to accommodate a dragon forever lost.
Yet you have the beginnings of a gate right here, under the control of a harnessed device.
My discovery came before Radzat-Han was founded. Though I scoured the lands for a method to cross the rift, it was beneath the sea that I chanced to find a natural planar fissure. It was, however, far too narrow to admit a worm's bulk. Only after our city rose upon the rock, and I could enlist the aid of our talented alchemists, did matters take a favorable turn. Their dedication was beyond reproach. Tirelessly, they worked to expand the fissure.
I'm sure you could stretch it out. You know, fit in there.
To a size that a child might pass through.
Wait, you taking this where I think you're taking this?
Not long ago, you told us that you called out to your kin, that Ashdaya's answer was silence. I suspect the conclusion to your tale is not a joyful one.
With hope in my heart, I used a simulacrum to cross the threshold.
Yeah, I thought so.
No.
Hence why they're children that you make as your simulacrums.
Was a host of Void-sent, clamoring around the opening they had sensed. 'Twas but a moment, but enough. I had no choice but to retreat and allow the portal to contract once more.
Send me in, coach.
To your people. You had to decide between endangering Radzat-Han and abandoning your sister. You chose the latter.
That's brave. That's smart.
'Twas not that thy sibling scorned thy call. 'Twas that she was trapped beyond a barrier through which neither roar nor dragon may pass. Even now, in the desolate world of the 13th.
I can scarce imagine your pain, yet it was wise not to linger in that place. Too long a sojourn, and even a being of your power risks being warped into a creature of the void. You've seen this phenomenon before, when we stepped into the darkness.
Aye, I thought our time had come. When Neo turned purple, all the way back then, yeah. Back in Realm Reborn.
Were it not for Une and Doga, or Nero for that matter, we might never have made it home.
Good thing you didn't forget that.
Do you remember what happened to Nero? How his wounds allowed the void's corruption to enter his body and twist his ether. Had it been allowed to progress much longer, I presume he would have been fully transformed.
That would have been kind of cool to see, actually. Like, as an Unreal or a rewritten Fate.
Ah, no. I hadn't meant to. I speak only of possibilities. The scales of the first brood are extraordinarily resistant to ethereal fluctuations. They are the protective talisman's core components after all, and even the corruption I described would struggle to overcome.
Graha.
Of course.
Just shush.
With the warding scale in one's possession, one could conceivably survive a stay in the 13th without being warped by its energies.
Be that as it may, it is too late to rescue my sister. 5,000 years too late. And now countless others look to me for guidance and protection.
Yeah, fuck it, we're going in! We're going in!
When I sensed intruders in the ruins, I came only to ensure that the gate remained closed. That, and to secure the treasure, of course. I wish only to forget the rest.
Stola, you have that look in your eyes. You have that look of, I'm going to break that void gate open and jump on through. I know that look. I might have one of those goofy smiles on. I might as well just walk it. Or run it. Um, small hand raise. Sorry. I want a little ham and a little cheese. And a little bread sandwich on them. Kind of hit them with a bit of the bread and butter. Who's Daisy? Well, you don't have to go, Vashan. Vitra, we'll go. We'll go in your stead. More than happy. See if the legends were true. Also, it was Estinian's idea. Just, I'm putting the blame on everyone today. I'm sure I've said it before, but I love that Y'shtola, when she's thinking, will be knocking on her cheek. Thank you for that hydrate redeem. I've got some Dr. Pepper or some water. I think I'm going to go water this time because I have had so much Dr. Pepper today. I need to probably have some water to hydrate properly. So, thank you so much for that redeem, Viking. I suppose, though, so it's a posture check-in. Because I'll get that done anyway. No need to redeem. I will stretch. Can't stay a shrimp forever. So this is very interesting. As we can tell, the direction this is already going. We have seen the 13, and we have seen a Void Scent. Chronicles of a New Era quest series. Huh? Myths of the Realm. Sure. Let me just check that out. Myths of the Realm. Make sure, is that the Alliance? Is that the Alliance raids? I think that is the Alliance raids. That is indeed the Alliance raids. Hey! That means we have unlocked both Alliance and the other type of raids. We've unlocked all the raid types. So they will need to get done at some point. But like I say, I don't know when we'll do I might record them off stream at some point. Oh. Meanwhile, in the Void universe. Holy shit. This is a location. Void Throne. Okay. Oh, we're slowly getting to see more and more of the... Wait, is that... Is that Warrior of Dark... Is that Garlemald? I think his name is or something? I thought we fought him already in, like, the Delta Scape. I'm sure his name begins with G. No, it's X-Death we fought. It's very close to X-Death, but that's not X-Death. Hang on. Where the heck? Oh, hang on, he's talking. Up! Okay, the thrones be chatting. Interesting. These are like elemental lords. Hello? I recognize them. I recognize them. I'm sure of it. I am really sure I recognize who that is. Hang on. Oh, his name begins with G. I'm pretty sure it did. It's not X-Death. Hang on a second. Let me find my Final Fantasy trading cards. Ugh. It's my lightning deck. Oh god, hang on. This is gonna take me a minute, isn't it? Because I gotta go for my goddamn for everything. I gotta go for my Sarah deck and everything. It's not Alexander. It's Dragoons. There's Bach on that card. Shadow Lord. Huh, I had a Gilgamesh card this whole time, I didn't even know. Oh my god, I had an Asura card this whole time and I didn't even know. Right, Osena. There's my Sephiroth EX, Gunbreaker. Where are they? Oh, God in hell. Aha! Golbez! I feel like that's who it is. I'm sure that's his name. I'm sure looking at the card. Right? That looks like Golbez. I have a trading card of him. Exactly, I'm gonna keep playing that to find out, because, for all I know, this could be a different voice set that is looking like them. Hell, anyone could have called them Odin. You know, that could have been like a different world Odin or something, for all I know. Now I have brought up the trading card, I'm gonna look at something real quick. Okay, they do have a card. Okay. She did get a card. Cool. What about... Sorry, guys. I've been distracted. Completely distracted. Crystal... Oh, the Crystal Exarch got a really good-looking card. Jeez, some of the cards in... Oh my god, the Fankred artwork! It's this flipping appearance from the opening trailer of Shadowbringers. That's kind of cool. Okay, I'm gonna not be sidetracked. Hang on. There's also kind of no point me getting heavily into the Final Fantasy trading cards. And I'll let you guys know exactly why. Because the set with a really cool fucking Final Fantasy XIV artwork, yeah, that was ages ago. Trying to get any of that stuff is going to be super expensive now. Fuck that. Actually, you know, I'm going to go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Please bear with as I teleport. Okay, there we go. Sorry, I just had to take a quick breather. Because obviously I got myself a little too overexcited about trading cards. You know, my usual. Messiah, my friend. How'd things go? Yep, you can have your boat back. I kinda don't need it. Hey, we can see my new mountain fast. Oh my god. I didn't actually realize this mount has bioluminescence. Oh, that's actually kind of gorgeous. I love bioluminescence in nature. I'm gonna be true. I love, like, sea angels have some really nice ones. Like, this is why I like things like Subnautica, is the bioluminescence of certain creatures. I am not Estinian. Sir, try and scam me and I will build the next tower. I assure you. Hello! I'm here to find out what you need. I'm excited for where this is going, though. I'll be real. You know what? Logic. Logical. I like it. So you need to open up even more better trading, or... I'll tell everything I learned in excruciating detail. Talk with Lim Slamasa. They should have a few fishermen they can help out. I'm sure there'll be a few fishermen that want to maybe have a bit of a holiday. In fact, take all the fish I got today. That is a pile of fish you were just carrying in your bag. What the fuck is wrong with you? Don't ask questions, little man. Just take the fish. And the problem is there's no one to trade the fish to. So. Thank you for having us.
The riches the Radiant Host have retrieved were hoarded in Al-Zadal's name. A fortune I set aside for a future day of need.
A rainy day. Let's put it that way. I'm gonna just chow down on a chocolate croissant real quick, so I'm gonna mute and I'll be right back.
May it aid our wounded city in reclaiming its vibrancy and vigor. In better times, I would leave such a task to our capable Ahawan. God's rest his soul. Finding myself bereft of his counsel in the here and now, I will assume the responsibilities of mine office directly. Firstly, the treasure shall be sold for more convenient currency. Thence, invested into the trading port of Yedlamad. Our merchants must have their operations restored, their ships rebuilt. Commerce must flow once more. None were spared the tragedy of the final days. Of this, I am well aware. But an absence was created by the loss of Kalzar's consortium. And by filling it, we provide new means for our fishermen, our artisans, and others to bring their wares to distant markets.
Well met!
And what of the children who were left without family to care for them?
Build an orphanage!
That is a concern which weigheth heavily upon my mind. A simple gift of coin will soon be exhausted, leaving these young souls adrift on the fringes of our society.
Call my friend Yanase. She wants to run another orphanage as she did in a past life. Yeah, no, that was the backstory for Yanase. She is a isekai character that used to be an orphanage worker. She passed away when running into a burning orphanage to save the children. Though she did not save every child and lives with constant regret about such. Bring an idle Shire.
Of course, we can draw on trading profits to build a new institution. Let us put this idea into practice. A contract shall be written, requiring all who receive of Al-Zadal's treasure to commit a portion of their future earnings towards the running of an orphanage. Now, such an influential policy is deserving of a worthy name. A fitting candidate.
Yeah, use the you know, in loving memory. Same way that
Not as the blasphemy which terrorized Daphne, but as a hard-working and generous man who brought much wealth to our shores.
this
Do
is.
any among you object to this proposition?
Hang on.
Many here lost loved ones to the beasts.
In that time of strife, any one of us could have broken. Any one of us may have been taken by despair. When I think of Kalzal, I feel no hatred. Only a stinging regret that we could not save him as well. Isn't that right, men?
This bodes well for that boy. Narad, was it? Perhaps he can cut ties with that shady peddler.
Fingers crossed. Get him out of the Oliver Twist situation.
Henceforth, this initiative shall be known as the Kalzal Foundation. Nabdeen, thou art to assemble a patrol and ensure that no child in this city liveth in squalor. Clerks, see to the management of our funds and make haste. Our citizens must not suffer a day more than is necessary.
Dragon and man, side by side in pursuit of a brighter morrow. Reminded of Ishgard.
So what I was going to mention is that this whole naming convention into a foundation is very resemblant of something that has occurred within retail and shops and shopping and just any food product. There is a law that all companies must go by, that allergens must be printed clearly. I think you can tell why I'm saying this and what happened to put it in such a way. A nut allergy that was not disclosed. The law's named after her. So I understand completely where they're coming from with it. God, this game is not, never runs dry of the really calm music that you could just sit there and listen to, which I really appreciate. It's why over some of the last few nights I've just come online and just sat listening to like the music or just exploring. It's just so calm and relaxing and I love it. You know? Hey Stola! What you got for me? What news doth thine have? I'm gonna switch my butt into the chair and get comfy.
You discovered something new.
Though I could use a pillow right now because my back is shrimpified.
That device. I was able to determine how it keeps the void gate sealed, but not how it might instead be employed to expand the opening. For that, I would need to reference the technique developed by Vritra's alchemists, no records of which appear to have survived the intervening years.
I will not be going into the past again if that's what you think.
We know this, so why have you sent for us? Have you learned all of value or not?
Patience, good sir. One must introduce the subject before launching into specifics. From what we understand, travel between worlds is accomplished by passing through the nebulous rift which exists between them. Picture, if you will, the moment you were called to the first.
I'd rather not, it was painful. Ah! The painful memories!
You touched a focus of some kind to help the Exarch pinpoint your location. His summoning spell then channeled the energies of the Crystal Tower to begin your journey to his world. The magics tore a hole in the wall separating source and shard, and cast you into the intervening nothingness. In that place, the laws of nature hold no sway. Yet even through this realm of temporal and spatial instability, you were borne safely to your destination in the first. The feat that guided you across such an unimaginable distance, both physical and metaphorical, was nothing short of a miracle.
Then what of the many voids found in the source? Who guides them here, and how?
Ah.
Excellent question.
Who's the Void Sense
Though there are
anchor?
several
I like the
methods by
question.
which the Void's denizens might intrude upon our world, the rituals of summoning are the most typical.
So we have to catch one of these loonies and
For
ask them how they do it.
Let us consider the Gargoyle, a creature of middling power.
Scooby-Doo-dabba-dabba-dee-ba-doo-ba-dabba-dabba-doo-ba.
Upon such an entity, the prospective summoner must force open a void gate. The portal lasts but a moment and is relatively small, allowing only an imp or other lesser being to squeeze through with their physical body intact. Our more powerful gargoyle, however, is too large for that. Creating a gate big enough for him would require vast amounts of energy, far beyond the reserves of any
Ooh,
one
we have.
practitioner.
Oh, I love Void Scent like designs.
Instead, 'tis far more common to bring over only the entity's soul. We had a taste of that ourselves when a certain Exarch dragged us to the first.
Oh. Hence they possess the statues?
And just as our bodies remained in our world, the Void Sense physical form is left behind in the 13th. Once at its destination, the summoned soul is granted a temporary shell to inhabit. In the gargoyle's case, a stone effigy has proven a suitable vessel.
You know what? That actually makes a lot of sense.
Wait. You said that Void Scent must be called here deliberately by someone in the source, reeled in, like a fisherman with his catch.
Interesting.
Exactly. For a being to navigate the chaos of the rift.
I don't think we've ever seen a void scent, for the most part, that has been pulled without another reason. You don't normally think about it, because they're like just general enemies in a dungeon.
Forth from Alak's Great Gate, it was the technologists who drew them through. Though to my knowledge,
oh my god,
planar fissures are in essence natural passages between our world and the void, which require no such guidance to traverse. Why is only the boundary between the source and the 13th so fragile? So much so that it often tears open of its own accord.
I believe solving that mystery is key to understanding travel between the source and its...
Maybe because it's so damaged? You know, the 13?
How do you intend to get your answers?
No. The danger is too great.
You know she wants to go. I'm sorry, Vashan. You can tell her 100 times she still will.
What some call danger, others think of as adventure.
Don't look at me. Fine, I'll go. If it means I get to do more slaying.
Never mind that the means to expand the gate has been lost to the ages. Even could you force the portal wide enough, you would be greeted by an army of murderous horrors.
I like those odds. In fact, I love those odds.
I assure you I was most attentive. And I agree that to go alone would be certain death.
We'll start by sending in a nuke so that anyone around the portal gets destroyed, and then we'll jump through.
Well, I imagine my chances will be much improved.
You got me. Alright. Count me in.
Say that.
As long as we don't have to have that talk later.
Once again,
deal?
I put my life in your ever-reliable hands. That said, as much as I would like to march straight back to the Void Gate, there is the small matter of being unable to open it without the Satrap's personal authority.
How are you going to convince him then? Please, please,
As
please,
I said before,
please.
I will grant you and yours any boon you choose to name, provided it does not endanger my people.
You have my word that we will take every precaution. Not a single void scent will be allowed to threaten Radzatan, assuming we manage to expand the portal in the first place.
You have a plan.
Actually, I had hoped you might help us with that. I presume the alchemists you retained supplied you with some explanation of their methodology.
That they did. House Daymir was overseeing the project.
Daymir. Ah, yes. The family associated with the great work.
I think I know where we're going.
I did not fully comprehend the theory. But their research began with a void scent which had slipped through the fissure. After a thorough examination, they created an arcane simulacrum possessed of similar qualities. A man-made void scent, if you will. It was apparently indispensable in their efforts to enlarge the gate.
A man-made void scent?
Like a minion? A summon?
Yes.
Of sorts?
Being great admirers of the Archon,
Huh?
House Daymir submitted detailed notes to Charlene's efficient committee. They expected praise and accolades for their simulacrum, and were thus devastated to be informed that their work had been classified as prohibited material.
If that's true, then those notes might still be stored in a forbidden archive somewhere. Not Google, of course, since that library had yet to be built. Which leaves us with...
God's favorite place to sneak around.
Indeed. Numenon's restricted stacks may very well hold a copy.
Well, I guess I know where we've got to go.
I say we head directly to Charlotte.
Now, will they let us in there? That's the question. What of you, Estinian? Are you going to stay here?
Unless you anticipate needing help to reach the high shelf. I see myself being of little use. Go on ahead. I still need to find Mirad until I...
Oh my god, he's adopting Mirad at this point. Jesus. Dude, if you ever need dad advice, I'm here. He's gonna be fine. Any closing statements, Satrap?
They are resolved to venture into the void. Do I sit idly by?
Up to you, that one, my dude. Don't worry, I have a Hello Kitty stepladder that you can use. Don't ask how I got it. I will not let y'all know. Rampart. Right, let's quickly go and... Oh, Reen's card. I've just seen Reen's card for the trading card game. It's Oracle of Light. And it is Reen because orange hair. Alright, I need to go to cards real quick. I just need to take off the rampant off my card list real quick. Put it into numerical order. Meteor. Rampart. Thank you and farewell. I may be keeping a list. So, while we're on our way there, let me have a look. So I currently have 302 cards. Nice. With the majority of missing being dungeons or MGP. I don't think I'm doing too bad. Granted, the reason why I haven't got the MGP cards at the moment is because I may or may not be saving up for the mounts. Get the mounts out of the way, then buy the cards. So I've got the most expensive stuff through first. Although that Cloud Strife card is going to be mighty expensive as well. Is he going to be all the way in his classroom? I'm going to guess so. Hey, cool grandpa, we need some help. Don't ask questions, just please say yes. Come on, we're law-abiding citizens now. I promise. We're law-abiding. We're innocent. Yeah, I'm sorry, that's where we're going. We're going on a holiday to the Void. Lavia? Yeah, I thought so. Alright, you better survive until we get back then, old man. You better! We've been losing people left, right, and center, and I don't want to lose a cool grandpa. What? You heard me. Don't even think about going off and dying. Or else. Or else I will res you. I'm a trained medic. Don't fuck with me. I know how to stab you with 7 needles and still bring you back to life. But will he meet us indoors, or will he be silly and meet us outdoors? He will meet us outdoors. God damn it. No, I'm going to invite us in. Oh. Okay. Bless his wife. Yeah, we're going to go and kick some void ass. Because we want to see about how to travel between the worlds, like, more frequently. And, we kind of need you to... God damn it, she knows how to pull at my heartstrings. Shit. Fine. Go. Look at the forbidden knowledge. I don't know why he sounds like this right now. I'm totally not Batman. Forshafen as Batman. Oh my god, it's a guilty pleasure. He dresses up as a... I don't know. As a creature in this game and goes out doing vigilante justice that is against the rules that he sets. Alright, Stola, keep up. I'm running it because I want to run it. I don't like teleporting all the time. Sometimes I want to just sit and thingy. So if I'm right, there it is, a mission in Moldova. I'm pretty sure that is what starts off the Alliance raids. So, I am excited for them. I do want to do them. I want to do them. I want to do them now, but, like, I got good friends. Good friends here that might want to join me for them. And I'm not going to be the asshat that just goes ahead and does them. You know what I mean? I'm not just going to run them and be like, alright, fine, now let's run them. I want to run it with them so we can have the best of times. Reliving memories at the same time as someone is freshly experiencing it can just be so good. Because you get to see how people react the first time and, you know? And? Did they object? Am I gonna have to go in stealth? Excellent. Good. I don't have to go in guns a-blazing. Man, I'm sorry, the bottom of their gowns looks like the flipping old paper cups you would get for like McDonald's sauces. I can't unsee it. I miss the days of that. You'd take a paper cup, you'd take it over to a pump, and you'd pump the sauce into it. I miss that. Yes. Yes, we shall, Y'shtola. Let's fucking go. Forbidden knowledge no more. I will know the secrets of the universe. And the frame data of every single monster in Monster Hunter. And then I'll be unstoppable. Every dodge will be a perfect dodge. Every shield will be a perfect counter. They have no idea what's coming for them. Bring on the Jicarus. Tifa? I thought that was Tifa for a second there. Why is this being presented like a dungeon? My god. Don't go too crazy cat in a candy store here, Stola, alright? We're guests.
Damia's notes are to be found anywhere. It will be here. Let us begin.
Oh. Sorry. Okay. So I don't think it would be on the ground floor. I'll be honest, the one straight ahead is too obvious. I see this one over here that's leather bound. I'm gonna try that first because it's the first most out of the way one. Aha! Boom! It's never in the easiest location. Stola! They said we only get the one book. Jeez. You damn bookworm. Judging you. Judging you. Very much judging you. We need to stay focused, brothers.
Yes, the ether signature is unmistakable. I've felt the traces of House Damia's resonance many times at the Great Work. Time to see what all the fuss was about.
I always find this soundtrack interesting.
Among the ranks of the Voidsent, there exist
I thought
entities with
those.
the power to call forth their brethren from beyond. The species known as Atomos, however, is uniquely prodigious in this regard. From its distended maw, it can expel an endless procession of void-born creatures, a talent which sorely tested the Radiant Host in its battles against these abominations. Surmising that the entity itself was acting as a void gate, we endeavored to capture a small specimen and subsequently examine its physiological structure. Our findings reveal that the Atomos had absorbed a planar fissure into its own flesh, which it could expand at will into a functioning gate.
Can we do that? Possibly?
Upon further analysis, we identified an ethereal wave pattern emitted during this process. A pattern we were able to emulate by passing crystal-stored ether through a specially designed prism.
Ooh.
We proceeded to embed said prism into an arcane simulacrum, thus completing what we have dubbed our artificial atoms.
You're not falling asleep there, are you?
How could I have been so
Good.
blind to the possibilities? This species, not to mention its ability to summon Voidsent, has been discussed among academics for years now.
Well, sometimes you just need a little pinch to kind of...
Calamity. We received reports of Atomos sightings from every corner of Eorzea. Surely you've at least heard the tales. And still, House Daemir went and built a mock Atomos of their very own. I'm not surprised the Archons consigned their work to a restricted archive. It was no easy task, but at last we've unearthed the volume we've been searching for.
No,
I said I
Stola.
wasn't tempted to stay longer. See what other forbidden titles might be
Nope,
lurking on these shelves.
I'm about to say grab her by the cuff of her neck. You can't really, can ya?
But that would be abusing
She hasn't
the
got
special
any...
privileges of the now, wouldn't it?
The only thing you can really grab at the cuff of her neck here is her collar, which would be tightly around her throat and strangle her, or her dress, which has a highly chance for buckling looking at that piece of fabric. I wouldn't dare, because that's how you earn your one-way trip to the void. Without a portal. I guess maybe... I wonder if Stola kind of acts like a cat. Like, if Makote acts like a cat, where if you pinch them, the back of their neck, they'll just kind of flump. I don't know. Because obviously they are humanoid as well in design. I don't know how much cat really goes into them. Then again, they don't like being called cats for the most part because of that. They are cats. They have cat-like features and that's it. You know what I mean? Right, time to catch up with some old friends, is it not? Nidhada, it's good to see you again. Wait, we just took forbidden knowledge out? I feel like they gave us a little too much liberty there to actually take the book away from the forbidden knowledge. You know? We're gonna go to the void. Yeah. I know, but even so, I would be a little bit... I'd be anxious for every second it's not returned. You know, all it takes is one enemy to actually knock her clean out and yoink. Though, obviously, as a Scion, she's not going to be knocked out that often, but we have seen it happen. Where things can be taken off her person. You know? Nope, don't want to be on the bed. Thank you. Actually, you know what? I want to use my new mount. One of my newer mounts. There you are. I don't think I've shown this mount on the stream yet, so... Might as well. And before anyone asks, it's PvP. This is a 5,000 crystals PvP mount. Originally from Season 2 of the PvP series. So that to me says they are going to bring out the mounts that were limited to certain PvP. Which I can fully agree with them doing, to be honest. I like that. Same with minions. If after X years they get brought out, I'll be very happy with that. Does mean none of the mounts will be exclusive, but I'm kind of okay with that because it's X year difference. You know, it's after so long. So, wait. You want water? Wait a minute. Aster, is the scene I think coming up? Is the scene I think that's coming up coming up? Ooh. My cheeks are hurting. Am I literally... Is this gonna be, like, the best cutscenes in the game that... all during this stream? Interesting. Alright, let's go down. All aboard! This ain't a train. The location seems right.
The ruins alone were impressive enough, but I never dreamed such a treasure lay hidden in the depths of the bounty. It may have been helpful to know this device existed, Your Excellency.
But it was forbidden knowledge.
My apologies. The gate was a secret I shared with none but my closest advisors. I feared for what...
Kinda couldn't be forbidden hidden knowledge if it wasn't so hidden. Oh my god. Oh my god, it is, isn't it? I know this scene!
What is it you're doing now?
There's something I wish to verify.
I think you can tell I'm extremely happy.
Stint into the void carries little risk of etheric imbalance. Should one suffer an injury, however, or if one's expedition drags on longer than intended, that risk becomes significantly greater. Gra has theorized that a warding scale would confer protection from the void's corrupting influence. But I would prefer to test that hypothesis before we set foot in the 13th ourselves.
So, this is an experiment of sorts.
Yes, an experiment. Tell me, how would you go about testing the efficacy of the warding scale?
I would leap in full force. Cowabunga it is. Might as well go myself.
And how would you do that? The gate is still too small for any of us to pass through.
Joke's on you. I've seen cave divers.
Ian is correct, which is why I've elected to send a familiar in our stead.
Let me know.
Now, a lowly imp can navigate a fissure, no matter how narrow. Which means an arcane entity of similar stature should be able to manage the same. I hadn't wanted it to come to this, but no other familiars will do, I'm afraid.
I mislike the sound of that. What manner of fiend does she mean to summon?
From ocean rise and cloudbank form, from mountain spring and rainfall storm, from river flow and life be born.
Water, water, froth and foam!
Ready your arms. I fear she's been possessed.
Come now, that was adorable.
It's even better to actually experience the scene firsthand. Time to play. Oh, Y'shtola is delivering this stream. My god, she's alone carrying everything. Oh, I've got tears in my eyes.
These familiars I consider
Oh.
as a child have the best chance of...
Oh, Christ.
I only wish my younger self had considered a more dignified ending to the creation ritual. In any case, these two should serve as well.
Ooh.
This one will bear a warding scale.
God.
And when they return from the 13th, we can observe how the talisman, or absence thereof, has affected the progress of the void's corruption.
I'm feeling faint. Give me a second.
If I could impose upon you to open the gate. Your Excellency?
Ah, yes, of course.
So, yes, this scene was spoiled for me a while ago, but I am not upset it was spoiled because this scene brings me life.
Safe from harm.
Just Justinian's response just gives me life.
You had best be on your guard as well.
Just, alright, just give me like, profit phone. I'm gonna invoke her entire wrath.
Oh, are you volunteering to join the Nixies? I could shrink you down, you know.
Oh, so I can go in, huh? You said I couldn't go in, but now you're saying I can? What other knowledge are you keeping from me? Let me at him! Turn me into a fucking chihuahua! Let me at him!
Nixies, into the void.
I was about to start barking, like, as part of an intrusive thought, but considering how barking is usually portrayed, that's not. I bark for no one. The only barking I do is barking orders. Because I tend to be bossy like that.
I think we've waited long enough.
Come on back. Voice crack.
Nixies, return to my side.
Oh, that one has seen much better days. Don't worry about your sibling. They're fine. They just needed a little bit of rest.
Thank you, little one. You did well.
Poor thing. Its essence has been irrevocably warped.
We're out of time. I must reseal the void gate.
Is something getting through before that closes? Whoa!
In the name of Alzadal III, I bar this door unto the void.
Interesting.
Well, that was a sharp lesson in the dangers of void gates.
Maybe this one acted as a anchor now, huh?
And what of our experiment? I'd say the results speak for themselves.
We'll leave it a little while. We'll see if there's any residual effects on the one that was
The
warded.
unprotected Nixie has suffered extensive etheric corruption. As Nidana observed, it's well on its way to becoming a void scent. The one merged with the talisman, however, appears unaffected. I sense no changes to its equilibrium. Rest now, little ones.
Thank you. Take that back. Man, I love these little fire emblems.
Graha's theory was correct then.
So it would seem. But while our second familiar was untouched by void energies, the talisman itself shows signs of degradation. It was, of course, originally designed to shield the soul from primal tempering. It stands to reason that etheric corruption of a different sort would affect it differently. We may need to modify the warding scale's design to account for the 13th's uniquely unstable ether.
You've said much of the Void's instability, but my imagination fails me. What manner of place is this broken world?
Let me tell you, as someone that's
My
been
apologies. I forget that not all of us spend our days sequestered in dusty archives. The 13th is a reflection of the source that was drowned in a flood of darkness. In Emmett Selk's own words, this tragedy was a result of the Ascians' attempts to force a rejoining. They erred in their haste, and made of that world a useless void.
All was lost. Best way to put it.
You remember Una Kalhai, the unusual child we met during our troubles with the Warring Triad. He explained the fate of the 13th thus. The champions of that ill-fated world used the stone known as Auracite to contain the power of primals. But those self-same heroes were gradually corrupted by the Auracite's bleeding energies, transforming into fiends with an endless hunger for ether.
Wait.
By the time anyone thought to oppose them, Light's strength had grown.
Is Golbez and the other thrones the heroes of that world?
Eternal darkness. It was a
Very similar to how Paradise of Darkness is, or Final Fantasy Paradise.
But I wonder if
Spoilers for that game, by the way. Albert's companion, right?
Silver, the adventurer who traveled with the Warriors of Light. And you say she was another of Elidibus's pawns? I see. So Ciela, or rather Silver, was beguiled by the same dreams of heroism as Una Kalhai. And what of your own experience? Will you tell us of what you observed during Noah's expedition? I can picture it now. The sunless, Stygian expanse, infested with legions of ether-starved monstrosities. A void in every sense of the word.
What you have described in such lurid detail is exactly why I hesitate to encourage you.
That's not gonna stop her. It takes a lot more to stop Stola.
Worry not, great Vritra. Our journey into the 13th is but the first leg of a longer voyage. A voyage that shall lead us to other afflictions, to new mysteries and discoveries. And I mean to be there every step of the way.
Because I feel like with Dawn Trail, they're putting this part of the story on the back burner, which means something is growing.
The warding talisman.
Then I can begin work on constructing an artificial Atomos. Or I could if I had the relevant manuals to hand. Might I be so bold as to request access to the Satrap's family archives? Your Excellency?
Oh, yes. That can be arranged. I will speak to my officials upon our return.
You are really lost in thought today, Vitra. What's wrong?
We will see you back
As
in
if
the
I
city.
didn't already know. If it wasn't already obvious. You can sense it too, can't you? If anyone can understand the emotions of dragons, it'd be him. Was it aiming or? I mean, it doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter. Mine's 660, so it'll always be better. So I can just get rid of that. Heads up, by the way, I'm gonna do one last mission, just so we can unlock it. Okay? Because I'm realizing what time it is. But I don't know. You know, it probably is best. I'm not sure. If I'm honest, I'm... Yeah. Well, we will do that next week. Unfortunately, yes. Look, oh, we're just going straight there. Thanks, Stola. Right. I believe it's best to say we call it here. By God, this has been absolutely amazing tonight. There's been a lot that happened, and I am very, very happy with how everything has gone. Who's live currently? There's a trio live. D White playing, web fishing. You know what? We often raid into Fib and Vivi. Let's see if we can raid into Iroh tonight. So they are currently playing Outlast Trials with Fib and Vivi. So, raiders, I would like to ask, go give all 3 channels a look. Okay? In fact, before I do send you off to Iroh, let's give let's make sure I get their names right as well. I know how to do Fib, but I think I got VV correct. I think I just want to do the capitalizations. Let's see if they are correct here. Yeah, we got VV, and we have Fibneck. So if you aren't already, please make sure and go, you know, give these 2 other channels a follow as well, as you're about to go raid off and see all 3 of them having a good time together. Have some fun, have a good time, stay nice and courteous, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. But for now, it's Crunch Feats of Arcadia Network, and I am, well, I'm signing off. Have a good night. Or I would have got into Iroh if I was allowed to. God damn it, guys. Y'all going to Fibneck now. I'll see you guys later.